A few years ago, I had liked a quote on a social media site, and I had no recollection of liking this quote. It's a good quote. It says, "I believe in the sun when it's not shining, in love even when I'm alone, and in God even when He is silent." So it's a good quote, but I really did not remember ever liking or even reading this particular quote. However, my sister had saw that I liked it, so she painted it for me for Christmas one year. I love it. Then somebody else had made a comment about something that I like to do because they had seen me respond a particular way to somebody else's post. My 14-year-old son, John, he picked out the boys' gift for me this year for Christmas, and he picked out a board game, Speak Out. I don't know if you know it, but it's you put these things in your mouth and it stretches your mouth out and you try to talk and they try to guess what you're saying. Because he said that he was telling me about this game a few months ago, and that I had said, "Well, that sounds like a really cool game." I don't even remember him mentioning the game. I didn't remember anything about the game. But he had remembered from months ago that I had said it sounded like a neat game. And so that's what he wanted to get me for Christmas. And then yesterday, I have a point. Stick with me. I was sitting on the couch and I was doing, balancing my checkbook and doing some other things, just getting things organized. And usually I have music playing, but for some reason, I was listening to the Bible instead. I was like, I'm going to finish up this book of the Bible, so I'm just going to listen to it while I work. And I was listening to the Bible, and every now and then, my son, who was playing a video game, would chime up and repeat whatever had just come off the Bible app. Or he would make a comment, like he asked a question about what it meant. That he increased in stature, and so we had a discussion about what that meant, what that phrase meant in the Bible, how it meant that his reputation increased, his popularity, because he was like, did he grow really fast? But it opened up a dialogue, and I didn't even think he was paying attention because he was playing football on his little video game. Now, why am I telling you all this? Because people are watching. Even if you don't think anybody's watching, people are watching. They're noticing it. The little things that you're doing, they're noticing it. And they're not just noticing it, but they're taking account of it. They are taking it to heart. They are putting it in their minds. They're storing it away for later. They see you and what you're doing. See, I think sometimes we think our biggest witness is when we tell someone our testimony, or when we don't lose our temper, or when we pray for that person and all of these good things happen. But the truth of the matter is, it's the little things that people are noticing. It's those little side comments that you make. It's the posts that you're liking. It's the comments that you leave. It's what you do when that company ticks you off. Do you rip them on Facebook, or do you show grace and give them the benefit of the doubt? They're noticing the quotes that you're looking at. They're noticing the music that you're listening to. They're noticing all of these things, even the slogans on your t-shirts. I know that sounds crazy, but I've had people comment about a slogan that I've worn on my t-shirt before. They're like, "I remember you had this on your shirt, da 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 da." And so I literally had a shirt I had to get rid of because it wasn't a bad shirt. It just didn't portray the attitude I wanted people to see when they came in contact with me. I wanted it to be a more Christian attitude, a more gracious attitude, a less in-your-face sarcasm kind of attitude. And that's been a shift for me because growing up, I was always really sarcastic. Really easy to come up with comebacks. But people are noticing. They're watching. So as you're going through this next year, as you're deciding what to wear, what to listen to, how you respond, what you're going to click like on, take a breath and ask yourself, does this truly represent who I am? The character that I want to reflect? Does this truly represent Jesus? And if it doesn't, then maybe it's best to do without it. Maybe it's best to not click that like button. Maybe if that brand or that movie isn't reflecting the person that you want to be, maybe we shouldn't be representing it. Because while we might think nobody notices, there are people watching closer than what we want to think. And so when they're looking, they're not looking to condemn you. They're looking for those little pieces of Jesus, those little pieces of hope. They're looking for what they lack so that they can grow and they can build and they can become better. Because when they see it in you, it gives them hope that it can be in them. So as you go through this year, treat this world as your mission field. Whether you're at work, whether you're at school, whether you're at the store, whether you're at church, whether you're at home, treat it like your mission field. Each step you take, ask yourself, how can I represent Jesus in this? Because when you do that, you put yourself on a higher field. You put yourself on a greater mission, something bigger than yourself. You're representing the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. And I guarantee, even if you think, no, you don't understand, nobody sees me, somebody is watching your life.